Hello, this is Rashad Chaudhry with episode 10 of the Scrambler's Guide. It's going to be an analysis of Ivy Dang, a really cool person from our gym, and the name a.k.a. Rashad Jr., so I'll go into that. When I met her, the first time we rolled, I rear nakeded her, I don't know, at least 10 times in a 5-minute roll. And she just thought that was crazy. And then after that, just to make it a little fair, I let her have my back every time we rolled with the rear naked, and she could not finish it on anything she tried. She was wondering if it's even possible, like, how is this guy not tapping out? But I let her have that position so that we could just keep working on it until eventually she got it. And then she's like, what? Like, did you really just tap? And yeah, I don't tap for free. So she really got good at her rear nakeds. I actually had a similar story with Anthony Salgado, my main partner, that you see in all the other videos that we've been recording. But after that period with Ivy, people started calling her Ivy Jr., some of our friends at the gym, because she harasses them with some of the techniques that we covered. Her rear naked is like one of her best techniques in my opinion. And then some other stuff that we covered too, which ended up becoming the Scrambler's Guide. But unlike me, she actually has a very solid traditional Jiu Jitsu game, which she learned from Coach Vu, and I'm sure all the other great athletes at Calterra, Alexandria, BJJ. And so I got to ringside coach her second comp, and she was so scared to compete because her very first comp, which I just saw from recordings on her phone, she just got demolished. And so she goes into that comp and destroys, and she's 16, so she's going up against, you know, other minors, and we're saying like, hey, you went in and destroyed, like, you should do adults. So this comp is actually her first adult Nogi comp, and she goes in so scared, but I think she does really well, and I think you guys will enjoy watching it. And if you like her, check out her Instagram, Ivy A Dang. Besides this post, this might be it, but as far as what else might come in the Scrambler's Guide, Kendra, Ivy's best friend, also someone I really like. We call Ivy Jr. because she picks up a lot of stuff from Ivy, or even Rashad Jr. We might get one of her first comps because she hasn't competed yet in Jiu Jitsu. And Ivy got her blue belt recently, so it'll be cool to record and post one of her blue belt comps. Besides the Scrambler's Guide, I'm writing or working on a series called Upbringing of a Bengali American, so subscribe if you're interested in seeing that. If you want to support the channel, please give a like, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you. This is Ivy's first adult Nogi match at Grappling Industries in Philadelphia. She's going up against Valerie Torres. She goes straight for a guard pull, which I think is very good, like to come in and know, do I want a guard pull or try and get the top position. The Dia sweep, she does well too. She could have gone for a little bit quicker. If she got it a couple seconds earlier, it would have worked better on someone better. The armbar is also very nice, but she kind of skipped a few steps. Like, she didn't go to tech mount or S mount. Same deal as the last one in her second match. This one she's going up against, I believe, Rachael, and she goes straight into a Minari roll, which is a very solid guard pull, especially just doing it off the get-go. If you know you want to play from the bottom, she secured that early on. I think if she posted on Rachael beforehand, she would have secured something more dominant. But that's relative because she likes close guard. Her hip bump sweep was well timed because she did it as Rachael was coming up. But again, she could have gone for it a little bit faster because the window she went for was maybe like 2 seconds or so, and Rachael could have tried to come back down on her. She sets up a body triangle, which is, it looks very solid. I'm wondering how much pressure her opponent is in right now. She could try and grab Rachael's left elbow to make a roll onto her left side. Or in this case, she's coming up for a mount from the other side. I think she's letting her legs get trapped. And yeah, I think right now her right leg is trapped. And this is also an unfortunate situation for the ref to be stopping it right here, because it looks like she's in a really good position to try and finish an armbar. So I was coaching her in this match and I was telling her to make sure she remembers what her position is. I remember that I'm telling her, hey, make sure your right leg is over top of her torso, but her right leg she didn't put over top of her torso. In other words, she didn't secure the exact same position again, which is very unfortunate because the ref broke them up when she had a solid armbar opportunity, and when she came back, she didn't re-engage in the exact same position. So that's definitely something to learn from. And hey, this happened to me before too. So in the moment, you gotta remember, if anything, be more aggressive and take more dominant position than what you originally had, because a lot of times the refs don't remember, and you need to secure it for yourself rather than giving up less. She's letting her head get captured too much from side control, and against somebody else, this could be a really bad buggy choke opportunity. She could try and move towards north-south, which would take her head out of that angle, but Rachael ends up letting go because it's not working, and she ends up setting up a solid mount. She could have tried taking her right knee up to Rachael's armpit, because Rachael had an opportunity to get a 3/4 or half guard. Also, I don't think Ivy got points for that mount. She probably should have posted her hands out on the mat, which would have helped her secure the mount. Also, again, she's letting her legs get trapped under the torso. She's going for a mother's milk, which is something we drill a lot. One of the issues is she's not making sure Rachael's face is pointed to the center. Rachael's face is pointed to her left, which means that's where she's likely going to get swept. So she might have to take her right hand out and post with it. Now is a great moment to go for a back take. Right hook in, left hook in. Also is a great moment to go for an Ezekiel. She could start grapevining as well to add more pressure. And now she's starting to go for it, but I think she's really tired, because I remember I was coaching her to go for it and she kind of lagged to get there. And yeah, like earlier I was saying, because Rachel's head is pointed to the left, she's going to try turning to her left. Now is a great moment for Ivy to go to tech mount by sliding her left knee up. But instead, Rachael inverts. And it's not a sweep, it's just a reversal in Jiu Jitsu scoring. But it's not the best position for Ivy to be in. She did have a moment to go for a straight ankle from a single leg X position, but she wasn't really able to get her legs into the correct configuration. And now she's just getting smashed, because Rachael has to put pressure, otherwise her leg's in a really bad spot. Also, Ivy's up on points quite a bit, so I think she's just chilling. But she does have the opportunity to try and grab one of her arms and turn her over if she wants to get on top. She could probably start working for a guillotine as well, though I can't tell what her arm configuration looks like, or maybe even a Kimura. She could take her right leg out as well for a close guard, but she ended up working a sweep. I wonder if she had her arm, and also Rachael could have posted her left leg out. So against somebody else, that sweep might not have worked. Grabbing the head is good to secure sliding her legs forward, and I think she's going to try and secure 3/4 mount. And now she secures mount, though again, I think this time Rachael made a mistake by just turning her body to the right instead of staying to the left. When Rachael came around, definitely Ivy should have gone for a back instead of just letting her roll her over. But I think Ivy was just done, so I would encourage her to keep looking for the next position, especially because when you're just squeezing your legs around them the whole time, you're going to tire yourself out. Now here, she's coming very aggressive, and I know she's gassed out. I think she would have been better served if she just planted in the center, because walking down, I think Veronica is gonna gas her out, it would be better to just wait in the center and wait for Veronica to engage. And then when she engages, to do something. So now she's starting to wait. But then the issue is when Veronica comes forward, Ivy starts walking backwards, which now just means it's hard for either of them to really engage. Also, I'm not sure if Ivy knows what she's going for. Like, is she going for an arm drag or a wrist grab or whatever? It looks like she's just wondering what to go for. So it's a little bit different compared to her first two matches where she knew from the get-go what she was going to go for. I don't know if it was because she was gassed out or she was intimidated in this final match. I definitely think trying to secure something from the very beginning would have helped give her momentum. So she ends up doing a guard pull with an Minari roll. I think if she posted, or at least waited for her opponent to come in, she could have secured something more dominant. But still, it's better that she went for something instead of just constantly waiting for something to happen, especially something for her opponent to initiate. She's the one who initiated the attack. She could try and get a back take by swimming her right hook in, or Veronica falls over. I don't know what she's going for. So now I think Ivy's going to try and come up top, and it looks like the ref scores points for this, but she gets reversed pretty immediately, so she wasn't able to secure it, and now she's caught in a pretty bad position. She should try and turtle or get her left shoulder to the mat to avoid the armbar. Just holding her arms together is not a bad way to save yourself some time, but you need to think about what to go for because your arms are going to eventually gas out. And her opponent is working towards a triangle, which is kind of like, instead of just waiting for something to happen, she's still looking for the next attack. So Ivy could be doing the same thing, and that was a good tap. You know, you got to tap before you get submitted. As far as the score is concerned, she actually got gold even though she lost the third match. I think because she won the first two matches, and the third match was like already guaranteed to be gold for her. It was more so what her opponent was gonna get. But if you learned something, give me a like. Check out Ivy's Instagram in the comments and look out for the upbringing series. So subscribe for that, and thank you.